Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Dota Pit Season 4, my GTA and on capitalist and lover of the Aghanims Luna. Shout out to my boy Wagamama, who's putting it to the test in high level bubs right now. Woo!
Are you trying to actually make Trixie salty? Considering this was the team that didn't use that built it, but didn't use it.
They definitely screwed up how they used it. That's 100%. But you know how hilarious it is watching a Ags Luna refresher go into battle.
10 seconds remaining.
36 moonbeams. 36
5 seconds
moonbeams. Pew, 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 pew. Oh man, this is fantastic. Anyway, yeah, Stark versus PR, game number 2. Stark look bad. They look bad. There's no... I mean, this is the losers matchup, and they're getting crushed by Power Rangers.
Welcome everybody to Reality Dota.
Yeah,
where we don't give you the fairy floss that you thought you were able to pick up at your local Dota carnival.
No.
This is where Cap lays down the real crap.
I got no shame about saying where I think you are. Because I mean, to be fair, we started off in their matchup against Empire going, I think they actually have a good shot, and then they just got like creamed.
we both sat there going, okay,
Yeah.
everyone is massively bet on the wrong horse here. Stark are playing really good Dota. They're playing push Dota.
Yeah,
they're playing gank Dota.
Essentially,
and now they're
Stark
not playing. Well, they're playing 5-man Dota, but it's all 5 individual men.
Seems like we thought they could be a better team than thought. And the answer is wrong. That seems to be the answer right now.
Actually, I think they still can be. The issue is getting there.
Yeah,
And they've definitely hit a hurdle, man. Like, you've seen that meme race. Guy tries to run through every single hurdle and just can't jump them, so he just breaks them all on the way through and falls over. That's what it feels like right now with Stark GG.
Guess so.
Dire team
I don't know what that analogy is exactly.
Have you never seen the meme?
No, I haven't.
Wow, you gotta watch it, man. So you know what? You start off and you actually get over the first hurdle, and everything's wonderful. You hit the second, and then you just keep hitting every single one after that point. It's absolutely hilarious. He ends up running in someone else's lane as well. He's like, I got this! I got this! Oh wait, no. Other guys are like, what the hell are you doing in my lane? He actually switches over. Switches back to the other guy's lane. It's terrific. That was the greatest 5 minutes of my life watching.
Rude Mother is a hero.
Yeah, it's also a hero that's picked up very bloody early here.
Yeah, I have no idea why PR are doing this.
It's got to be some level of set play. Brood was banned out in the last game, but he was banned out in what, the second phase, or was it the third? Either way,
Dire
I don't remember.
ban.
Okay. When you take out the Zeus and you take out the Darkseer and you pick up Broodmother this early on, this is when I start thinking about other things that this Broodmother could be doing. AKA other things like mid-lane Broodmother. Where my mind first starts to wander.
5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
it could be. Seen that before. Alright, let's see. Broodmother was second phase ban.
Reserve time.
What? Power Rangers 1-2 bandit?
Dire team pick.
No way. Is that true? I feel like I would have noticed that.
There you go.
Axe.
Alright, apparently I just... that last
Radiant team pick.
To be honest, like with all the tech things, I was looking through, like my memory. And I think most Stark fans.
So they valued.
Hello, Axe. Now, you don't have what would be the dream combo to go against the Broodmother, which would be like Axe Dazzle.
10 seconds remaining.
Is the I always remember this from Warcraft 3
5
stuff.
seconds
The
remaining.
strats. Where you'd run the axe with a baton, as well as the dazzle
Reserve
on
time.
the off lane. You still get away with a baton axe as a dual off lane.
Yeah, you can.
So you just creep skip it out. If they attack you, then you've got shields and coils and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that there are very specific scenarios where that works out. Make sure that they don't have better rotating. I don't think many people can really make creep work for, because there is happen people battle with that. Like for example, you rarely see Darkseer instantly creep skip, right? Like maybe they'll do it for like one wave or something, but they won't stay there just 'cause. But yeah, I'm
Dire
just kind of
team
thrown right now because like Stark are obviously gonna respond to the Broodmother. That's why they pick up the axe. Their lanes are gonna look a little bit weird. They're probably gonna have a lone druid one position in this game, and then be trying to face up against the Broodmother as best as possible.
Interested to see then what Stark do, because if you're running a one position lone druid, like Trixie is the lone druid player for Stark.
10
And
seconds
he just-
remaining.
Do they want to switch their players up as well?
5
Got it.
seconds remaining.
Sure, it's just Trixie takes
Takes the axe?
No. Trixie.
he's the
Yeah,
lone druid.
Sorry, Trixie still takes the lone druid, and he's just technically the one position.
'Cause if you do that, then this kind of has to turn into an aggro tri-lane. Axe, Witch Doctor, and Rubik. Axe, Witch Doctor +1. And you just get like a favorable mid matchup for them.
I wonder why they didn't. Oh no, can't do Ancient Apparition. Too much support.
Radiant
Too
team
much.
pick.
Too much support that has no strong disable. Because otherwise, I would say Ancient Apparition is a decent pickup against.
Are they pushing Druid now to the mid? Or are they thinking the same thing I am, that this may actually be a Power Rangers Broodmother mid lane? And unfortunately, like I should have actually dug through all the Power Rangers games so they've run their Broodmother a lot of the
10
time.
seconds remaining.
But now you brought a Gyrocopter into the mix, like this is getting a little
5
bit more.
seconds remaining.
You could run a Gyrocopter safe lane. The Axe could be a jungle support potentially.
Dire
Power Rangers
team
have
ban.
not played very much patch, so I don't think there's really too much precedent to go behind what they're, especially when they've got like the stand-in.
10 seconds
Seems
remaining.
odd. Like this whole draft just seems really odd to read.
5
Seems
seconds
to be a
remaining.
mid-brood mother or Bat Rider here. The Bat Rider is going to try and
Reserve
match up
time.
against the Axe, while the Axe is going to try and match up against the
10
Brood
seconds
Mother.
remaining.
is going to be trying to match up against the
5 seconds
Lone
remaining.
Druid. And this whole laning phase is going to go like a little nuts. I would honestly, I would not be surprised to see if we see just kind of like the weirdest things, like Broodmother mid versus Gyrocopter, and then like Lone Druids, 1v1 against Bat Rider or something weird. Like something weird's
when
gonna
the-
happen.
And when the
remaining.
music stops, you all have to stop lane rotating and sit down in the chair you're at.
5
Yeah, exactly,
seconds
that's-
remaining.
We may see Broodmother visit every single lane. That'll be like the first time I've
Dire
ever seen a
team
professional Dota in like the first 10 minutes, where Broodmother may actually go to every single lane and be pushed out by the Axe. Because I wouldn't be surprised if we see mid Broodmother at some point in time. You know?
I'm still wondering if they're going to start with it.
And what is Power Rangers' last pick?
Like, it's got to be a one position core. Dark thought it was going to be something like a Juggernaut. I'm wondering
10
if they just keep
seconds
this at
remaining.
range somehow.
I mean, it's gotta be a strong
5
laning phase
seconds
hero, because
remaining.
you're dealing with Gyrocopter, Axe, and Lone Druid. Those are 3 different heroes. You cannot afford to have something weak like
Radiant
Vector or
team
something.
pick. Luna.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Gonna
Ugh.
have something weak.
I mean, I like what Stark has done with their draft. I think Spirit Breaker was a pretty smart pickup. Got both the Broodmother and the Bat Rider you want to try and catch out. He's a tanky hero, and they don't necessarily need another support. Like, all three of these cores are, in their own way, self-sufficient. So, while Gyrocopter may not have the HP to be self-sufficient, he has enough offensive power that he can usually win any 1v1 matchup, as long as he gets a small head start. So, we'll see what the laning phase ends up. Right now, I'm thinking mid Bat Rider against Lone Druid, and then it'll be a toss-up on whether or not the Broodmother is able to dodge the...
Prepare for battle.
We are going to find out now. So the laning is going to be General as the Boots Bat Rider, so he's a solo bot lane Bat Rider. The Broodmother will be that mid lane Broodmother, so my initial thoughts when he was picked up in the first two will be correct. And then it's an aggro tri-laner with a Luna, which is hilarious because we also discussed what happens with this on the Radiant side. It's actually weaker than it is over on the Dire side. Dire side just seems to have more room to move. Run as an aggro offlaner. That looks to be the lanes from Power Rangers, while Stark are gonna tell us not too much about what they have planned.
Yeah, because they can still rotate whoever up the top lane.
Really don't get this cape. Like, I know it's an immortal, but it looks like it's just been tacked back of an axe.
Lava cape?
Yeah, it just doesn't look right.
Never stop moving. You know what I think whenever I see this cape? I just think never stop moving axe. You know, as soon as you stop moving, that the wind no longer keeps up the cape, and then you got lava all down your back. You know, just gotta keep moving. Gotta keep running. Also, don't turn, because then it goes right through you.
So just sit there as an axe, like, okay, my ass is burning, so either the lava is touching my ass or I've got hemorrhoids. Both are not good options.
Alright, so they move the axe over to mid to meet Cheshire Cat's Broodmother. And now we wait to see whether or not Cheshire Cat is pushed out of the lane.
But it's that a Bat Rider versus a Lone Druid, so, like, Lone Druid's happy with this matchup. Like, he might have a little bit of problems, but it shouldn't be that bad. Memphi's very, very concerned about this lane.
I don't think Stark win this laning phase.
Doesn't feel like it. Like, I'm waiting for Varlix's rotation once he hits level 2. Then I think Stark have an opportunity to win the laning phase, because they can't, like, Power Rangers can't keep this aggro tri-lane up when their other heroes start getting pressured more. Like, General's gonna come under the pressure of a potential entangle, so then Boogie will have an opportunity there. Trixie just looks for the early flash farm and mid-control of a Cheshire Cat, which you'll get early on, but he needs the support rotation of Varlix to make it work. I mean, like, it's all about Varlix hitting level 2, and if Nemphi can't die during that period of time. Yeah. After that, I'm leaning more towards Stark, but that's only if these rotations work. They have to find the ganks.
Yeah, throws down the counter ward to see if Trixie has a ward of his own down. Trixie is gonna have to make the counterplay here if he wants to get a counter in lane. He has to somehow counter this one ward, tangle it, and then also counter the counter ward.
Charge forward, trying to buy a little bit of space here for Nemphi on top, but and I realize there's no Lucent Beam.
This is not a good lane, by the way. This is not a fun lane for Stark. Because an aggro tri-lane with Luna, Lunar Blessing is so good at just like level 1 harassment. What is... They don't have the 3 range heroes to counter the 3 range that naturally Power Rangers are gonna win the harassment war. I don't think that Trixie is gonna be able to like truly beat the Broodmother mid, because the Broodmother has these camps that are so close to the mid lane that he can easily just send his babies over there and farm that up.
But is the concept really to beat the mid lane, or to get your early farms, then you can rotate and create a stronger lane elsewhere?
I mean, with Axe, it's like smart Broodmother players versus Axe. It's usually just
this time they may have an opportunity for the charge forward, actually keeping recovery out, so he can't just quickly lose a beam, but they've still got the vision and range on him. So Nemphy is going to just pop from this fight.
And I don't think General is going to really lose the bottom lane against.
Yeah, this is fairly close.
Yeah, like as soon as level 5 goes up for Boogie, the lane becomes a bit more difficult for General, and he may end up going down, but I think that he's still going to get enough out of the lane that...
I'm still just waiting for this charge from the Spirit Breaker. Like, Varlix is backed up far enough that he can charge the bottom lane and not get scattered out. And I think that's the best target to go. Spirit Breaker has to rotate. As you said, like, that top lane for Stark is just a nightmare. So how do you make it better? You go for the other lanes. So Boogie can just harass General out. General's been feeling really confident in this lane because he's just been so up in the face of Boogie with sticky napalm stacks. And now you do have the Entangle option as well as the Savage Roar. So General should not be able to escape from this one. And you actually get the Entangle as well.
Yeah, I think I was watching the bottom lane matchup only to see how Batrider would do once level 5 was up, and I think he really messed up. He failed to keep the stacks up on the Spirit Bear. I think he should be putting more pressure on the Spirit Bear than the hero itself. Because if he just keeps up stacks on the Spirit Bear and then uses Firefly on it, like, it's going to be chased back. You can actually burn down the Spirit Bear as a Batrider, or at least keep it low enough that he can't really aggressively threaten you. But General failed to keep up the stacks. Instead, he hit the Lone Druid hero. Didn't hit the Spirit Bear, and the Spirit Bear already brought him down to half health before the Spirit Breaker even started his charge. Now Cheshire Cat does make his first rotation. He's going to be heading down to the bottom lane while Batrider matches up mid against the Axe. This is the ideal matchup for the Batrider now. I mean, it actually doesn't get better than that, right? Like, Axe is a hero that wants you to right-click him. Batrider doesn't need to right-click you. Axe is a melee hero, plays really far forward in the lane.
Oh, okay, so that's 2 lanes. You said 3 lanes?
Yeah. Cheshire Cat, like, if he ends up going top now,
Trixie's gonna get the call. Oh my, yeah, with all the spiders there, he's gonna spin like... Wait.
What? Yeah, he only spun once? That was so unlucky.
That is just brutal. And that's just not fair, if anything.
But he still gets the kill. And where does Cheshire Cat go from here?
He goes to top lane, and the Luna rotates down to the bottom lane.
I mean, you can't keep that aggro tri-lane forever. Even if you are winning it, eventually the Luna, you need to dedicate a safe lane.
The General is now going to stay on the bottom.
Middle tower is under attack.
And the Broodmother goes back towards the mid.
We still got 4 more minutes before Broodmother goes top, and I could, I could call it for the first time.
You can claim the glory. At least Nemphy's now able to find a lot more farm underneath his own tier 1 tower. He's still pretty low on the net worth. Like, Spirit Breaker's got more net worth than him to be involved in the fights, but you move out. J4 is in the perfect position waiting up at the tree line. Nemphy is forced back. The Voodoo Restoration's keeping him up, but Lord Lucent Beam was all it took from the Luna. Now they can actually start adding a lot more pressure towards that tier 1 tower. And OKC, you can't defend this. Like, at least he's gathering stick charges, but his only upside.
I mean, that's kind of technically top right. Cheshire Cat's pushing.
I don't think Trixie saw him go in. Trixie didn't see him go inside the tree line. They're gonna start the creep skipping now.
Yeah. Time to push down the tower with the Lone Druid.
Cheshire Cat's making his way.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He has gone to 3 different locations because he's gone into the Dire jungle now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But he's still hovering around that mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Varlix
attack.
is now going to rotate down too. He's going to find General. No reason to charge him. Just hoping for an easy 17%. Because even if he charges, there's no one else to follow him up. They came in for the tower and they're going to take the tower.
Cheshire Cat should be pushing down
middle tower
tower, only backing up when see TPs, because they just lost a tower at bottom lane.
Fair enough is for the top tower though. It's taking a little bit longer though for Power Rangers to finish this.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is a straight tier 1 for tier 1. Cavalry missing the timing even though he was definitely trying for it.
I believe now that the tower's gone, Cheshire Cat definitely did.
Is General? No, he's not dead.
Because you don't want to keep aggro tri-lanes in a very long lane like this. It's unnecessary.
8 minutes.
We can fully cement it as soon as recovery leaves. Go away, recovery. Go farm bottom or something.
Well, in fact, they're just going to force the issue up top. They'll keep all 4 heroes up. So fortification from Stark. The trade-off for them is going to be the tier 1 tower in mid. Potentially this isn't as bad of a trade if they could take Roshan, because the fact that Power Rangers don't have these tier 1 towers now in the mid and the bottom means their support into Roshan is going to take a lot longer. But they also own the Dire jungle now. This is a weird game of trades.
This is probably one of the most complex laning phases I've ever seen from a draft perspective. Like, just the way I described it, you know, this hero wants to match up against this hero and on and on and on. Like, it's so rare to see that much of, direct laning phase.
It's a never-ending rotation game.
Even like Broodmother versus Axe games, sometimes Broodmother's just like, that's fine, I'll deal with that Axe. Like, it's not like the worst. There are certain skill builds that you can go to beat the Axe, and there's also just to play the fighting skill that you can still well for yourself and not feed the Axe too much.
Here's a question for you. Is Orchid really going to be a kill item here for Cheshire Cat? Like, he can use it to control up the Witch Doctor, but is it going to be better to try and focus more on just pushing up high ground? Do you try and go for an early Necro book and cause issues with that?
Radiant's top tower.
I'm wondering the build for the Brutes more than anything else. He's sitting on 2.9k right now.
Well, Nomicon is not... You are kind of right about the Orchid. I don't like Orchid here for Cheshire Cat.
It's like, what else do you get? You're not gonna start a push with a Radiance. Oh Boogie, oh Boogie. Yeah. You've got to come with support into this jungle. Like Trixie could probably deal with this. Now he's got the Vanguard up and running. It's just like, because all of Stark are just so damn tanky. Like the Radiance build for the Broodmother also won't make sense because they're just so damn tanky. And Vivid Restoration will take care of that. Plus it's Broodmother Radiance that's old school. Potentially then maybe you can go for a different, oh wait, no, they're not sufficient of him, he got to the trees just in time.
That's why Broodmother. The fact that he can go into the trees, like, you shield him, but he still goes into the trees because you haven't gotten damage on him.
You could just go a straight BKB for the Broodmother. Turn him into a fighter, but he hasn't got a single point up in bite, so he's not really a fighter.
Yeah, and it's only good versus the Gyrocopter. It's not good against anybody else.
Okay, you've no Voodoo Restoration will save him from this fate. Paralyzing Cast can only control up a couple of the spiders. They still get there in time. And now on bottom lane, Trixie actually TP'd himself into this. Blink Dagger over on General. He's got Lasso available, so they'll pick up Axe and throw him back down again, but they are not fighting into it. General is now being charged. He's not blinking away from the bear. And the charge is still going. Trixie doesn't have a blink dagger of his own too, so Vardix, okay, there's the blink. It's going to take him too far away. There's no tier 1 tower, so Bignum has to loop back up north. He's going to keep the Fog of War as an advantage. But he's pretty much dead here, especially with the first hit and Tangle. You can get all the stuns you want, but Trixie will just ensure the deal for the Culling Blade. Then the return kill can just be General attacking now.
Been thinking about different item builds on Cheshire Cat, but I think you're on point, honestly. I really think Necronomicon is probably the best item pickup for him.
The other thing which makes sense to me is getting something like a BKB and a Deso.
Yeah, and I don't think BKB is great. I considered Deso, but...
It's Encounter Ward. Also a problem when J4 plants directly in front of Trixie.
Cheshire Cat. I mean, without the Blink Dagger, this is the problem. Trixie doesn't have enough mobility to truly catch those spiderlings. So he can still play like with a group of Spiderlings right in front of the Axe's face. You know, he just has to have the right micro and stay one step ahead of the Axe and still farm right underneath the Axes now.
Spend your money, Cheshire Cat. He's got 4.5k.
Yeah, he's driving me crazy.
It's just what do you do with this? Like, maybe he's still trying to make up his mind what he's going to be building into. Like, he's got the same thought process as us. Like, what the hell do I build in the game?
Dire's middle
If they feel confident...
Oh, they finally got a charge on him. Are they actually going to get kill on him?
Yeah, they will. They got Boogie around. Trixie can't get close enough. They bash him back. But it's because they're fighting underneath the Sentry Ward and now the Culling Blade. So they kill him off. He spent his money before death. It's an SNY. Okay, so...
Yeah, he was real confused. He was like, I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what kind of item build this is.
Well, it's something.
He fought before he died.
Gonna be dragged back with the lasso. There's not enough sticky napalm charges on Boogie to kill him off straight away. But he's got the Flame Blade ticking him out, and that last attack from General will reach him.
It's not the bet you gotta
So,
worry
Broodmother for a lone druid. More critical on the lone druid, considering he's still trying to get to the Radiance. And he's sitting at 2.7k now, so that Radiance being delayed. Trixie, jump forward, Bignum's being charged, and they just turn the Eclipse on board. There's not a lot of creep wave here. In fact, it's just the catapult. What was stolen, it's just going to be the movement speed stolen by Bignum. Not a bad thing to steal, especially when he can throw Trixie back. Recovery, he's got one more Lucid Beam. He needs to attack in harder though. He doesn't have enough damage to kill off Trixie. Now Recovery is way too deep underneath the tower. Trixie will return for a counter kill. The General might be able to pick him off. No, he won't. The Flame Break burn. It won't kill him. And in fact, Dazzle actually dies as well underneath the tower.
Yeah, they got him with the Witch Doctor, and Dark are very lucky with that engagement. Like, Axe barely survives, the Dazzle barely goes down to one last tower shot. There were a lot of things that were favorable there for Stark.
Cheshire Cat got face boots as his next item.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you're gonna go SNY, you would have gotten, like, upgraded boots at one point in time. That's why we know, like, he had no idea what he was gonna do. Still.
Yeah. He
actually died.
So it's such an odd item build. Like, just the order of it. General, what are you looking for here? At that point, I'm wondering if it's almost worth it to lasso the bear and just try and pick it off. Cheshire Cat, you're being attacked by a creep wave. Everyone needs the Sentry Ward. Charged, dusted, pushed back. The cooldown damage is doing some nice work as well. And now Stark will have to back themselves out.
That's the SNY for you right there. He actually survived purely because of that extra survivability. I can't believe they didn't get that. That just looks so good for Stark.
It does flag the major problem though. Like, where is Stark's physical damage? You look to the Gyrocopter to get that. Right now, he's going for more early game items with the ring and the drums.
They'll have a Radiance soon on Boogie. He's got the relic.
Sorry, that bear can't survive long enough though. Because you still got a massively buffed up PR. Even if it's not because of the items, it's because you still got those 2 points up in Lunar Blessing. So everyone's got just that little bit of extra damage. Killing off the bear really isn't that much of a problem. A share. This Invis just in time. They're expending so much money on sentries, Trixie. They found General, they're going to charge forward at the moment. Cheshire Cat's just trying to keep Nemphy out of the engagements. Trixie, got to be careful. They go for now the weave to take away the armor. With the Eclipse coming in too, there's a large amount of damage from PR, which isn't being inflicted because they only killed off Trixie. But they do manage to slow down Varlix. You can maim him as well as incapacitate him. Mindbreak almost pushing Nemphy down the hillside, and the call has been expended. They go into the Death Lord. Recovery's copying so much damage, but the Force Staff is up, pushing him away. Still pushing down to J4, and Recovery, he can't survive. Nemphy stayed on his tail, and Cheshire Cat will just retreat back out.
That Luna was like praying, like, don't bounce to me, don't bounce to me, but the paralyzing cast got to him just before his TP completed. And that's going to be the Lone Druid finishing up his Radiance now before the next fight.
Timing for him.
Yeah, that's really damn. Because he can actually deal with the Broodmother in some ways now. The Bear Radiance is really tough for the Batrider to deal with. So he's really dagger.
not strong enough to farm this stack. He does not want to have to resummon his bear, but it's enough. It's enough.
Power Rangers, I think, Power Rangers mainly.
That's why I thought the Necro book was going to be the play. So if you let this Stark lineup keep going on, like, they're going to get, like, tankier and tankier and tankier, and you just won't have the damage output to kill them. Like, you might get a pick off here and there with the help of the Bat Rider. Dazzle as well as the Rook are not going to be, hey, we're your huge control factors. Your enablers for the Luna to keep fighting. Pretty much it. Now, they smoke up, they find Trixie, they jump forward, lasso and pull him away from the fight. The Wish Doctor down very, very quickly, and Trixie, he's isolated on the hill. At least he can deboard while he's up here, as Cheshire can. That insatiable hunger cannot be quenched until Nemphy's able to bring him down. The urn charges to tick him through him pretty quickly, though. So Nemphy TP's back to base. He's barely able to survive. Dark end up going for a 2-2 trade-off against PR. That was with PR getting the better initiation.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain any fight that Stark are able to make trade-offs is going to be beneficial for them. Their cores just require more. Like, the Lone Druid has so much scaling, can do the Gyrocopter a lot there. Axe is the only one who really peaks out at any somewhat early point in the game, and that's still not going to be it for another 20 minutes. Meanwhile, Bat Rider, Broodmother, and, well, Luna obviously amazingly. Their supports don't scale very well. So, at least in comparison to the Stark. Starker's amazing late game. Spirit Breaker is actually damn good late game. The fact that he offers disables the...
Yeah, it's we may actually be looking at a 1-1 if this game keeps going the way it's currently going.
Yeah, it seems like it. I was looking at the game and the way that Power Rangers, like, their lineup is too weird for them to be playing as aggressively as they are. What I mean by that is that their lineup doesn't have a, like, traditional curve, right? Their curve is like they hit this huge peak at the laning phase, and then another peak at, like, that 15-minute marker. And then they'll very drastically start going down, like, really quickly around the, like, 25, 35-minute marker. And then they're going to start
get tanky enough to, like tank through their initial magical
Yeah,
points.
exactly. Once they have BKBs, once they have response items on the supports, Glimmer Capes, Force Staffs, those sort of things. Once the Lone Druid has, like, any basic damage at all, like, even the Radiance is, like, all of a sudden that's game-changing for Stark. Like, wow, Lone Druid's now a hero in fights compared to what he was before, right? So it's this really loopy, like, it starts off really high for PR, and then it just drops like a roller coaster. Like how you just want to look at their power curves. And then later on to the game, it'll start going back up because Luna is great late game, and Bat Rider is still an incredible initiator, one of the best.
I mean, it's late game to Bat Rider, like, that pickoff can just change a game for you.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then Gyrocopter starts dropping off. Axe will obviously drop off past, like,
But it's getting to that 40-45 minute mark that just seems to be so difficult for Stark.
Yeah, I think Power Rangers with this kind of lineup, you wanted to end the game by, like, 25, or at least push a lane of Axe by 25 minutes, and then if the game kind of grinded out late, you still had some hope.
Well, they're going to. Like, when the BKBs are done, they've got to push. Like, Recovery is now his recipe away. The Broodmother is, like, he's got the Ogre Club to start with, but he's getting a lot closer, a lot faster. So, at that point, I definitely see Power Rangers as forcing the issue. General can deal with a split push, because he's got his BTs up, but with Blink Decker 4-star, he needs to be part of the initiation as well. But he can jump, like, he can BT onto a spider, so he can always be at the fight.
Oh, that's true.
In fact, he could probably be in really weird positions the Stark could not read because of that synergy.
At this point in time, I think Roshan's going to be the next big thing to contest. Power Rangers don't have the greatest power to do it themselves, while Stark, a bit better in that regard. But Power Rangers have better control of the map, plus they have a Broodmother who's going to fighters in constantly, so Stark can't do it, even if they can naturally just do it faster than. The next 5 minutes or so, I expect some sort of small opening, like picking off General is a good start at the top lane. Trixie and Valix, like, pick off like that, and the, like, rapid-fire rotations over Roshan get Stark the Aegis, and that will prevent Power Rangers from being able to push uphill at, like, their biggest peak.
It's just so hard, though, to, like, know you can rotate over and take Roshan, because if you start the work up, the Batrider could have buyback, Cheshire Cat could be there with Invis, and then they just BT in the Batrider after a buyback, and Roshan belongs to PR. And Stark loses their entire team after doing all the hard work for PR. There's nothing certain in this game at all. And now it's going to be PR going in from Roshan. Now they've got the charge onto J4, so it's really good vision inside the pit for Stark. And Witch Doctor tries to already start setting up. He's around the corner. Sentry's down, but the Observer's also there, so they know it. They're trying to deward it. The charge in will finish, and Trixie, he goes for the call. The Eclipse is out for recovery. They're tanking through it. Malik is able to survive. And what do you got? Actually stolen the call down. Okay, that's a nice little thing to grab. As PR, they've brought down the Witch Doctor, and they'll go in and finish up Roshan. Stark have no real way to get back inside. Like, you got no cooldown. What are they going to do? Send another bear in? This is your fresh summon as well.
Oh, Trixie's going to try and get the call here. This is going to be pretty insane if he can pull it out, though.
They pick up the bear. Oh, they clipped it. But they
no. Oh, they got it back.
Okay. Oh, the call on 3! That's huge. Dunk on 1. They need to get more damage, and they've got the call. They can dunk on a second. The call down as well, though. That's the one from the Rubik causing Stark some issues. And now General comes back into the fight. He needs to keep Trixie burning at the moment. They nether strike. Recovery's down. Trixie on a triple kill at the moment. And maybe he can find the third. General's coming back for him. He needs to get out of the fire. Puts up the armor a little more. As the bear chases General down, and he's in range, so General is incapable of blinking. They need a stun, they need to entangle, and they're able to actually just, I don't know, it was
force-staffed him. What? Oh, that's pretty clutch. He force-staffed the Spirit Breaker as he's coming in, and that stopped his charge. So then he was like, I have to deal with his immediate disable and then TP out. And then obviously he gets rooted, or he would have gotten bashed maybe. That was his only hope of getting out. That's... Did not know you could do that.
Give me ahead.
So yeah, I guess if I think about it, any movement based, like for example, Keeper Light, his blinding light, that I will stop a Spirit Breaker charge. So yeah. Well, normally Force Staff doesn't stop any sort of channeling. Charge is like a little different.
Now I know what to do up against the Spirit Breaker. Normally it's like, oh, I need to get a Eul Scepter to stop the Spirit Breaker when I can just get a Force Staff. Great.
Yeah, I guess.
As if that actually worked the way you saw it. Like it might have been something else as well.
It might have been some of.
It might have also been him freaking out and going, oh, I'm past my target, hit stop and walk back. Yeah, something we'll have to check out later. But now after that fight, like Stark, like they just got an 8k gold swing. The experience swing is so damn high. This also helps when Trixie takes out the entire army of broodlings. And they're gonna have such resistance, so they're gonna have both Pipe as well as Crimson Guard come in the way of Stark. And it's already difficult enough to start killing these guys. The Assault Cuirass from Boogie is on the way. How much has he got? Another 1k gold on him? Yeah, so he's only about, what's that, like 1,000 gold away from being done. Big Num. Blink Call. Sure, it's a quick and efficient kill. Trixie may want to get a little bit more mana regeneration before he keeps spamming these Culling Blades.
Darker just getting too big.
Oh, they found Cheshire!
They got Cheshire, they got the pushback too.
A huge ulti from Varlik, able to reach him. The Observer Ward went down, so they had the vision on him in the trees. And with no Brood, or at least if they can force a buyback on the Brood, there's no money to finish his BKB.
Radiant's middle tower.
Just go for the split push, but general split pushing is kind of arse. The upside right now for Power Rangers is the fact that Trixie just doesn't have mana. The Arcane Booster off cooldown in like 5 seconds time, so he'll get a little bit, but it's not enough for like a full combo.
Dire's bottom tower.
Now they start the charge on recovery.
I rewatched that fight, and it looks like the first half, yeah.
It did?
It seems like, anyway. We watched it a little closer just to make.
Stark gonna be feeling so much more confident right now. And they're gonna see more on the hands of their gyrocopter. Got a huge amount of money, so they're gonna have a lot more damage in these fights. But they're still gonna be careful. You're up against a Batrider who will be able to pick you off.
I'm fairly certain, unless they like really mess up, that Stark just start running away. I think they have been actually. The last 5 minutes or.
So like we're pushing that 40-minute mark to 30 minutes now.
Yeah. Now
just because of what happened in that fight, like they gained themselves 10 minutes worth of like advantage.
Yeah, Stark probably have like a good 20 minutes to end the game before they start worrying about the Luna at all. And even then, I'm not actually sure that Power Rangers beat that late game. I think Lone Druid plus Gyrocopter, plus their really strong supports that they have on Stark, will beat them out. Plus the fact that they should have a big net width advantage, considering they will be so dominant in this 20-minute window. Power Rangers need to, I don't know, maybe like continue to try and force fights, and if they can win a fight in front of the enemy base, they can force buybacks and Stark perhaps, but still having an Aegis on.
Double damage.
You can take this bottom tier 2 town by himself. PR can't
Radiant's
defend this at
bottom
all.
tower is under
And they're not ready to. Cheshire Cat still needs another. Haha, Trixie, money! Money! Money!
Radiant's bottom tower has
Go for
fallen.
a scythe. He's not actually going to finish up the guard or the pipe. Just going directly for a scythe. Charge on top towards General. As Big Num will pick him up and throw him back down again, but the drum charge triggered by Nemphy. They want to chase this one down, so Big Num starts to TP out, will be cancelled by the Nether Strike. As General makes it to the tree line.
No, I think the Axe actually wants Lincoln's against the Batrider.
Okay, I can get that.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. At the very least, it stops the Batrider from being able to Force Staff when he grabs him, because he's going to have to use his Force Staff offensively to break the Lincoln lasso you. So it sort of has an impact no matter what against Bat.
You're right. As a Ring of Health.
Smart pickup. Use it for his allies. If they're ever in a position where Power Rangers are like trying to siege the base again, like he just puts it on the gyrocopter, perhaps, because that would be the ideal pickoff for Star. Grab the gyro and pull him.
I suppose what else is there as well that will trigger the Lincoln Sphere? So there really isn't that many abilities from Power Rangers.
I mean, every single one of the heroes has a single target ability, but the biggest thing is that Batrider is always so far ahead of the rest of the team that he can't rely on his allies to break the here for you. In those sort of like sieging areas. When it comes to like messier team fights, like yeah, sure, maybe the Batrider is, but as a straight up initiator, Batrider is oftentimes dependent, has to break.
You can see Cheshire Cat farming there. At least they have vision to know that he's come over. Star Observer Ward. Notice who the sentry was that went down from Power Rangers. Both of them are in positions where that ward is not. So Stark is still getting the really good information out of Power Rangers jungle. Ignum's in the classic Cyber Max spot. Waiting around the corner, hoping not to be noticed. Moment in a very long time.
Sideboarding that spot? I don't know what that is.
It was during the Staff Cup. Like, during the Staff Cup, his entire team died in this area. They lost the tower, and then they lost the tier 2, and he just sat in this little crevice for it had to be like 5 minutes. And we're just watching the game and said, wow, I can't believe this is actually happening. That was like the original Staff Cup.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Batrider's got.
It's gotta be his BKB. As long as it doesn't get stunned, he'll get away.
Would he consider Lincoln's at all? I think it would stop. That would be really important. Would be ultimate from the script.
But he can still get massively bashed and...
Yeah, but that is one of the best responses, right? If the Batrider jumps in and grabs somebody and starts pulling them back, they don't really have any sort of immediate response, right? True. Like, they throw a casket, it's too slow. Missile, obviously not. Lucky route, or they get a call or something that's not reliable. The only thing they really have that's distance that can actually have an effect on Batrider is going to be the ultimate from the Spirit Breaker, and it's actually pretty decent. It hits because then it pushes the Batrider back, undoing kind of what the.
It's either that or you try and go for something else where you jump in and get something like a Lotus Orb instead.
Yeah, or maybe go Shivas. You know, there's a lot of things that a Batrider can do. Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to playstyle more than anything. I think Lincoln's is obviously a bit yield. I don't think too.
Haste!
Oh, maybe he's got to fed a couple of extra spiders as now going to beat into that too as well.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, that's alright. We just had someone that should never have called us callers. General, Trixie, forced off into the call. The charge is still coming in, so even if General does escape from this initial attack, he's still going to get bashed down by Varlix. J4's coming in, they go for the stun, they need to get that Shaman Grave off, but J4's too late. Cheshire Cat's coming in closer, but now you just go for another call from Trixie. He's not taking the damage, so okay, now the Lincoln Sphere trigger. Varlix, what are you waiting for? He's just going to charge out through the back end and leave Trixie alone. Trixie still is insanely tanky. So Power Rangers can't chase it any further. They got negative armor on him from the weave, but that's all.
Why don't Queen of Pains go Force Staff instead of Yules against Spirit Breakers?
Your mind has been blowing, hasn't it?
It really has. I like kind of knew this is the thing, but I've never seen it like used so consistently against Spirit Breaker.
Oh, Cheshire. Now Trixie's finally getting the spins when he's not really looking for him. Can they even kill him?
Answer my own question. Part of the reason is Yules buys you time. Staff does not. Valak, every time he's been Force Staffed, he just will immediately ult.
True. Now,
on Cheshire.
push him back. You gotta keep that vision up, however. The paralyzing cast bounces forward. They go into the BKB in a death ward. Okay, see, I really thought he was gonna hit on that one. The
Trixie.
Luna is just free farming the rest of this time, though. Like, this is... They're engaging and they're not dying, but they're not achieving anything. They haven't gotten a step closer to taking high ground. I mean, maybe this is what they're really waiting for. It's the Roshan time.
The coin bladed a creep, I think, in order to get movement speed, and he missed. I think he got that. Jump in, misses the call. Trixie pushes back to the safety of his team.
Oh, Cheshire. That entangle as well.
Well, they got the pullback on Trixie. They're going to be able to pop him here, I think, with the ultimate of Luna.
Do they too have enough? But you've still committed a hell of a lot. And that paralyzing cast is not making it easy to run away. Now Bignum could actually be a collateral here. In fact, he is. So it's the 2-for-1 trade of J4 being interrupted during his TP. Varlix actually charging General at that point. Nempi going to commit the call and it gives him the initial slow. They're looking for another stun, but you've actually got the Nether Strike available for Varlix. They can go for General as well, pushing him back. He can BKB as much as he wants to, but that Death Ward's coming off cooldown 3 seconds time. That could be enough damage just to finish this job. And in fact, not with the Force Staff available. General running back, but he can't get far enough away.
He forced Staff too far. His BKB ran out. Like, obviously he had to Force Staff in order to get away from Stark, but the funny thing would have been that he ran out of BKB timing, and I think the missile would have killed him, and the flat cannon did not.
Nempi's going for a trade-off, but he's not going to win this.
No,
but he's also not going to win the defense either. So he pushes the wave in, he'll TP back, he's got the Brute as well as the Dazzle up in a couple of seconds. But there's no Batrider for the initiation, so it's a double lane of ranks going the way here of Stark. They will be repelled for now, but you still got Aegis model on the hands of the Gyrocopter. Everyone's back alive again. Top lane is defended by Trixie. So you just 5-man group up and push top. And you can Aghanim himself to Witch Doctor Death Ward.
Yeah, if I was like probably 95% sure that Stark was going to win this game at like 25 minutes, now I'm like almost playing to racks by 36 minutes. They've got full control of Roshan and future Aegises. Covering, meanwhile, is like he's barely got a Scotty. Like if he had Scotty plus Butterfly and was about to pick up a Satanic, you know, you could say Power Rangers have a realistic shot of counter pushing down mid right now and winning a team fight. But I don't think they.
General's being challenged again. You show yourself for a split second in the lane, and already the Spirit Breakers are going to get information on you. However, doing that kind of charge is probably going to reveal some stuff. General still is he going to finish this?
Alex cares not. No, apparently he does.
He's trying to add enough pressure. Maybe the PR spent a lot of time rotating, but he's got teammates behind him, and this is where PR want to end up. But they want to force 5-man top. You've got an almost immortal gyrocopter with that Satanic. Like Boogie, is he actually? Is it actually?
Yeah, he's getting the egg.
Okay.
Aghanims next up, because how can you lose if you've got 2 lanes of Rex already and then you have an Aghanims on your lone druid? He just keeps the Spirit Bear top, always keeps that lane pushed in. If the enemy ever try and counter push down mid or bottom, he's just going to take your lane of Rex. Or similarly, they push down top, he'll just take throne.
I love how it's worthwhile for Trixie to Lincoln Spear the bear to try and keep it alive. It's almost beaten through the tower, but it needs time to regenerate. They're actually going to TP the bear back to base and then recall it back again. Jeshia, forward, Varlek's going to punch him back at the moment. They do have a negative effect of weave over on Stark, but it won't matter if they get through the Broodmother that quickly, and the Eclipse isn't doing anything. Deathwater was dropped. You might have actually lost the bear because they tried to recall him in a little bit quicker. They had to resummon a new one, but there's no Broodmother for 53 seconds. Tower will be denied. The other waves are going to start pushing him pretty heavily for Stark, and in fact, PR call it before the fight even happens.
So if I was to kind of look at this game, I think Power Rangers made the same mistakes that they did in Game 1, actually. Power Rangers, yeah, they won that game, but there was like 1, maybe 2 moments where they just got like too ahead of themselves and they ended up like feeding away some kills. Kind of the same way I just talked about HR, right? When they faced up, it was like if HR was facing up against a better team and weren't far ahead,